Hello booktube, how are you guys doing? First of all, welcome to my new home. I'm not sure where this video is going out, but as of filming this, you guys have only seen one video in my new house, and that was like just above my bookshelves. So welcome to my home. I moved at the beginning of the month, and since then I have been in like the worst reading slump ever. Like, it is currently March 20th, I think, and I have not finished one single book yet this month. Like, it is a bad reading slump. Also, sorry if you can hear the washing machine behind me. I'm doing laundry, so ignore that sound happening in the background. But yeah, I'm just in like the worst reading slump that I've been in a very long time. I've still been reading, like I'm currently reading 2 books and I'm enjoying both of them. I'm just reading very slowly. I think mainly it's just like time. I have not had time for reading like at all. So reading has been a very slow process, but I am sick of this reading slump and I would like to get out of it. So I'm going to try and like force myself out of it. Not sure if the video will be up by the time that you see this, but I am going to be posting a recommendation video for like ways that I like to get out of reading slumps, different genres that I like to read and stuff like that. And one of those ways that I like to get out of reading slumps is by reading comic books and graphic novels. So I have a couple of days off from work this weekend, so I thought that I would do a little like 48-hour little readathon of a bunch of graphic novels and comic books. So right now I have 3 physically here. I have Nimona by Noelle Stevenson. I've got the Tea Dragon Society by Katie O'Neill, and I have the first volume of The Old Guard by several people, it seems. I don't know who, but a few people. Who are you? The writer is Greg Rucka. Rucka? I don't know. Somebody. But so I'm going to start with these ones. I'm not sure how many I'll like actually end up reading this weekend, but if I do get through these 3, then I'm going to go to a few more that I have online. I'm not sure which ones yet. I'll kind of pick and choose as I go, but I love reading graphic novels to help get out of a reading slump. Just like being able to finish a book in like a really short period of time. It just feels good, and so it gets me in the mood to read more. So I'm going to try and read as many graphic novels as I can for this weekend. But I have some chores to do first, so I'm going to get started on that. It's also like almost noon and I haven't even had breakfast yet, so I'm going to go do that. And then I'm going to get started. I'm not sure which one I'll start with, probably the Tea Dragon Society, but I'll go over all the synopses like as I'm reading them, because for right now I don't really feel like doing synopses, so I'm not going to. But yeah, I will catch you guys later once I have actually started a book. Bye. Hello, I have just finished The Tea Dragon Society by Katie O'Neill. This was so cute. Oh my god, it was absolutely adorable. There's really no plot to it. Like, it's literally just about this girl named Greta. She is a blacksmith, or like she's a child, so she's like learning to be a blacksmith from her parents, and she runs into this little tea dragon that is like about to be eaten by some like wild dogs or something like that were starving, so she saves it, and her mother just happens to know who the owner is, so she goes to return the tea dragon to the owner, and the owner is like, oh, like my tea dragon like actually really likes you, and that's pretty rare, so maybe you have like a special knack for the tea dragons. If you want to like come and learn about them, you can come here anytime and I will like teach you all about tea dragons and how to care for them. So she ends up going, and she just like makes friends with this man and his partner and this girl named Minette, and they all just form this little tea dragon society, and they raise tea dragons together, and it's so cute. Literally no plot outside of just like raising the tea dragons, and that's it. Like, it's just this really cute, wholesome story. There's no conflict, there's like nothing sad or angsty or dramatic going on. It is just pure wholesome goodness, and that is exactly what I wanted right now. I haven't given it a rating yet, but like honestly it's probably going to be like a 4 or 5 star. I almost hesitate giving it 5 stars because there was no plot to it, so I'm like, I don't know how to rate it, but like I really enjoyed it, and it was just really fun, and it put this huge smile on my face, so like I'm probably gonna give it 5 stars despite the fact that there was no plot, because it was just really enjoyable and I had a great time reading this, and like I will absolutely read this again. I was about to start reading The Old Guard next, but I might honestly go and see if I can find book 2 of this online from my library and start reading that right away, because I'm just really in the mood for this like really sweet, wholesome goodness. Like, I love this. But yeah, so probably 5 stars for this one, and this completes the first book of my little mini 48-hour readathon. So not quite sure what I'm going to pick up next. It'll either be The Old Guard or the second Tea Dragon Society book, one of the two, but I will let you guys know when I figure that out. Good morning. It is a beautifully sunny Sunday morning, and I have read 2 books since last we spoke. So yesterday I read The Old Guard Volume 1. This one is called Opening Fire by Rucka. I fucking loved this. I love the movie. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. I absolutely adore it. So I was hoping that the comic would also live up to it, and it definitely does. The writing is incredible. The story is just as good. I do like the movie a little bit better, just in terms of the story. I like the addition of that one character, I forget her name, but the one who was like in the iron coffin in the sea. I like that character a lot, and that whole side story, which that character wasn't in at least the first volume of this one. I don't know if she'll be in the next one. I'm probably going to read that one today. My roommate owns both of these books, so I'll probably pick that up today as well. I gave this one 4 stars only because as much as I love the story, I fucking hate the art style. Like I like the colors in it, but I really hate like how they draw people. Like, if you can kind of see there. Like, I hate the art style for like the details and the faces especially. It's really not my style. I can appreciate it. It's just not like personally my preference for like an art style, but like the writing is incredible. And oh my god, the scene with Joey and Nikki, the best scene in the movie, the one where he's like, he is not my boyfriend, and the whole man, ooh, so good. Like, that is like peak romance. Like, oh, so good. So that scene was in this volume, and I fucking loved it. Like, it was just as good on page as it was on screen. I absolutely adore that part. I think Joey and Nikki are probably my favorite characters. I also really enjoyed in the comic versus the movie the relationship between Andy and Niall. They like kind of have that kind of like bantery, like jokingly insulting each other relationship in the movie, but I feel like it was like more pronounced a little bit in the book here, so I really enjoyed that as well. Also just realized that I did not give a synopsis for this. So this is a comic book series about a small group of people who are immortal, or like immortal for now until they die. But the youngest of them is like 200 years old, and the oldest is like over 6,000 years old. And like they will eventually die, they just don't know when. But basically they like form this group together where they just, you know, live out their very, very long lives together in hiding from the rest of the world. And they like team up with like the CIA and different kinds of groups of people to like go help people as much as they can, at least, while still like keeping their secret. But in the first volume of this one, someone finally puts it together that they are probably immortal, and somebody else wants to study them to try and figure out the key to immortality and share it with the world. So they're on the run from this man trying to capture them, while also trying to find the new person who's just realized that they're immortal. Yeah, anyways, I loved this so much. I cannot wait to get to the sequel. It's very violent, which like I was expecting, because again, I've seen the movie several times, but it's like very graphic in the book as well, which like I'm not mad about it, but combined with the art style, the graphic scenes were pretty gross to look at. So that wasn't my favorite. I don't like body horror stuff. It freaks me out, but I was expecting it with this book, so I wasn't like thrown off by it. But anyways, 4 stars for this one. I will be getting to book 2 later today, most likely. I do have to do some filming today, so I'm not sure how much I'll actually be able to read, but thoroughly enjoyed this one. And then I also just finished reading like 10 minutes ago the second Tea Dragon book, The Tea Dragon Festival by Kay O'Neill. I was also looking at the author's Goodreads profile earlier and learned that they go by the name Kay, so sorry for using the improper name earlier. Also, this author is non-binary, so like hell yeah, love finding like non-binary authors. But yeah, so I read the Tea Dragon Festival a couple minutes ago. Absolutely adored it. 5 stars, same as the first book. There's a bit more of a plot for this one, but like it's still not like a plot-driven story. It's really just about these characters. It's very much character driven. Our main character, whose name I forget because I'm terrible at names, even though I literally just read it, but they're like a kid, lives in the same like mountain village as in the first book, but it's set in the past. So the 2 characters from the first book, Hezekiel and Eric, I think their names were. This book takes place like a few years after they met, so it's like probably 40 years in the past. I don't know the time frame, but it's in the past regardless. And the main character forages for vegetables and herbs and stuff for the village, and one day when they're out doing that, they come across a dragon sleeping in this like forgotten shrine. So this dragon was supposed to be like the protector of the village, but he was put to sleep by this forest spirit, and has actually been asleep for 80 years. So this story is just about like this dragon waking up, actually starting his duty as being the protector of this village and like becoming friends with everybody and just becoming like part of their family. And they're preparing for the Tea Dragon Festival. It was so fucking cute. Oh my god, I absolutely adored this one. I'm not sure which one I like better between the first and the second one. I really enjoyed them. I will absolutely be reading these again whenever I need like a quick pick-me-up. This is the series to do that for. It is just the biggest hit of serotonin. The art style is gorgeous. It's so cute and whimsical, and I love the little bits of the lore from the world that you get in it. There's no like info dumpy world building to it. You just get like little bits and pieces of the world through the story, mostly through the art. You'll just see like all these different kinds of creatures like kind of walking around and doing their thing, and that's how you get to know the world and like the kind of people and species that live in it. And I love that. I would love to have some more info about the world and like hear more about their lore, but I'm also like perfectly content just with this just being how it is. But anyways, I really love the series. I think the next book comes out in June, I think it is, so I'm very much looking forward to that one. I will be reading it as soon as I possibly can. But yeah, that'll do it for this update. I do have Nimona here by Noelle Stevenson. I might pick this one up next, or I might pick up the second volume of The Old Guard. We'll see. Either way, I'll probably try to get to both of these ones today, most likely, but we shall see. Right now, I have to go do my meal prep for the week for work. I have to plan and film a couple of videos, and I have some chores to do. So we'll see how much more reading I'm actually able to get done today, but I want to at least get through one more graphic novel, if not two. So I'm gonna go do that, so I will catch you later. Good morning. It's now Monday morning, so my little weekend comic book readathon has come to a close, and I actually managed to read 5 books. I didn't update last night because I finished this around like probably 11 or so, but I did read Nimona by Noelle Stevenson last night, and it was pretty good. I enjoyed it for the most part. I think I'm gonna give it like a 3.5 star, so like still a good rating, but like definitely my like least favorite of the ones that I read this weekend. I think for this one, like I love like deadpan humor, but I think this went a little bit too far, where it was very, sorry, my neighbor is outside and she's like looking at me and I'm like, hello. But this one, it was like a little bit too deadpan, or like it was bordering on like stupid humor, which I don't like stupid humor. Like I like when things are like silly and goofy and like not taking itself seriously, but there is definitely a line, and like if that line gets crossed, and it's like, okay, now it's just dumb. And this like towed that line, you know, like sometimes it was just a little bit too silly, but like overall it was still really fun. I liked the overall story. I liked the relationships and the friendships, but just yeah, the humor was just a little bit too far sometimes. But the art was really cute. Like it's just like really like cartoony style of art that I actually ended up really enjoying. The art style was perfect for the kind of story that it was and the kind of humor that it has. Like it was all like perfectly suited to each other. But yeah, I don't have like a whole lot to say about this. It was good. I enjoyed it for the most part. 3.5 stars probably for this one. But yeah, so that is the last like review that I'm going to do for this weekend. So I guess I'll just do like a quick little wrap up in case you forget the last however long this video is. So I read 5 books this weekend. I started with The Tea Dragon Society by Kay O'Neill. I also read The Tea Dragon Festival as well. I gave both of these 5 stars. They were wonderful. I then read volumes 1 and 2 of The Old Guard by Rucka. These both got 4 stars. And then again, Nimona by Noelle Stevenson. 3.5 stars. So here are the books that I managed to read this weekend, plus one more that was on my phone. So, you know, I would call that a pretty successful little mini readathon. And I still managed to like get some filming done. I like edited a video. I got some chores done. I did grocery shopping. Like I had a very productive weekend. So go me. But yeah, that should do it for this little video then. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I actually really miss vlogging, so I might try and do like more videos like this where I just take a weekend and do like a little themed reading vlog for the weekend. If you like that kind of thing, let me know. I would love to do it more often if like you guys are interested in watching that. My hair is crazy today. All right. But yeah, let me know what you thought of this video. And also if you've read any of these comics or if you have any recommendations, I would love to know. I love comics and I'm always looking for new ones to get to. So please let me know if you have any favorites. But in the meantime, that'll do it for today's video. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you're having a fantastic day wherever you are in the world. And I will catch you in the next video. Bye.